Hello, everybody. Count Asamia, thank you for being here so early. And Mark came right as the stream started. And then Henrik and Pajama, who I think is they're lurking or had to leave. Brian, what's up? Bonsoir, Hélène. Kush, hello, thank you. What's up? Kazi, Vera. You're a super fan? The person who earned the most points, the most channel points last year was Captain Terrific. He's also the person that's basically been around the longest. So I don't know if it's total channel points or channel points earned. Maybe it's channel points. I feel like it's got to be channel points earned. Actually, it has to be. Also, I had to go to the dentist earlier today. My mouth is only one part of it is still numb slightly. All right, thanks, Henrik, and thank you for sending that link for that Twitch extension. I'm not even sure if I mean, I think it should be working. But yeah, for most of the day today, I couldn't even eat or drink anything. I was just like, my mouth was totally numb. Also, the person, it was just a filling. No, not another root canal, fortunately, or else I wouldn't have been streaming. But the assistant person only did the topical anesthetic on my bottom gums. So when the dentist had to actually give me the shot and stuck it into my top gums, I was like, what the fuck? It didn't feel very good. And hello, Munchie. I felt like I should have said something, but for one, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I should have said something. I mean, it was, you don't mind? Yeah, I mean, I don't have a fear of needle. Oh, F is weird. Because this part of my mouth is still this part of my lip, isn't moving as much as this one, because this is where the main numbing was. Yeah, it's not so much I'm scared or something. It's just dude, it just straight up hurt. It just hurt. The one where the numbing, the topical numbing was placed, didn't hurt. It was fine. It still felt weird because you can feel something in your mouth, inside your face. But this one was just God. And I said that as he was doing, I was going, and my eyes started watering. I was just like, Jesus Christ, dude. It still feels weird. This part of my lip just isn't move. It's just not. It's just not moving as much. Not just oh, it feels like I can't move it as much. It's actually not moving as much. I checked it in the mirror earlier. I was like, wait a second. I was just trying to move my lips, and only this part of my lip was sticking out, and I was like, this is bizarre. Okay, so I ordered, I'm not sure when it's gonna come. They didn't give me a date yet, but I ordered the Songs of Jacob Collier book, which is a bunch of arrangements that him and June Lee did of his music. Whoa. This is gonna be a tiny bit difficult. Dude. I can't move this part of my lip like isn't doing this. It's just staying like this, and the tea is just like dripping out the side. It's weird because I have the feeling there, dude. I hope this person didn't like mess up my mouth. I was not expecting that because I have the full feeling. It's like just this part of my lip is sticking out. Also, this is the content that everyone comes to Twitch for. Although kind of. I'm sure if I had Ms. Kiff's chat, they'd love it. Good luck. Thank you. Let's see what happens. So I got that book of songs, and I'm excited to go through it. I'm gonna have to do some serious analysis. It's gonna be like painful to do. But it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it in the end to do. Because these won't even be necessarily like the point isn't even really to learn them, to play them. There is one song that I'd like to do, at least right now. I played it on stream before. It's called Make Me Cry. But a lot of it is going to be essentially study material. I just want to absorb. I want to absorb his powers, and so this seems like the best way to do it. Because I can't listen to his music and extract out everything because my ear just isn't like that. This seems like the best way to do it. And then, yeah, Kazi, I am learning, I did a bunch of practicing of the, John Dowland songs. Man, my hand is so stiff. I did a bunch of it yesterday. I got fingerings and, like, figured out all the accompanying parts. I actually wrote out all the words. I fitted all the words around where the actual music is to be able to play it and sort of learn it easier. So I don't have to look at the music. So I don't have like the music here. And then on the bottom of the other page have just like the words there. So at this point it's basically just getting everything down, but most of it's actually like figured out. So maybe I can try to do some of those a little later. And then I also had I had an idea. Hello, Claire. Hello, Claire. Thank you for the 40. Ugh, dude, Fs are really difficult. The 40. the 43-month resub. Also, thank you for liking that tweet. If you guys don't know Claire, she's no longer, we no longer share 50% of viewers. There was a time when that was the case. Did I break my mouth? No, I went to the dentist earlier today and I had to get it numbed, and it's still not fully kind of there. So like this part, just this left side of my bottom lip isn't as responsive as this part. And it's making the letter F hard to do, and also drinking liquids is difficult. What was I gonna say? I swear I was gonna say something. Oh, I had this idea. I'm a little scared to do it on stream. Because I'm afraid it won't be the most exciting content ever. So maybe I'll do it off stream, but I figured I'd at least mention the idea. It seems like there's an infinite number of possibilities of one chord moving to the next. And in a certain sense, there almost is. There's virtually, if you take all possible starting situations and all possible chords and voicings of them, there's just too many. I don't know what the number would be. It's absurd. Listel, hello. What's up? But I thought if you start from one place, like if you just start with C major, how many places can you really go to? Like, how many? And I'm not really sure, but it seems like way less than it may feel like. Certainly less than an infinite number of places. And so I want to systematically go through it. Because it doesn't really matter and you can go wherever you want. Also, he would also say that every chord is every other chord. So maybe you're just not even moving chords. Maybe moving chords is just it's just an illusion. Well, you could think about it mainly as triads and have that be the basis. Because like, if I think about C to D flat, and compare that to C major 7 to D flat major 7, it's not all that different. Meaning, I would like to, what I'm gonna do is I'd like to treat it kind of, not really scientific, there's no hypothesis, but I'd like to lay this out, and like with a lot of theory stuff, once you get beyond like the basic rules, I'm wondering if there's a pattern that might emerge, or multiple patterns, or something. But the idea, there's no real set, clear goal besides like, this is something I've never done. I wonder what could possibly be uncovered. Because we have, and a lot of these are already taken care of. So like, if I go from C major to F major, that's already registered in my brain. I have, that's logged in already, like that's there. In fact, any of these that are just part of C major, this has already been done. I instinctively know this as your one chord going to a two chord. And back. 1, 3, 1. 1 to 4. 1 to 5. 1, 6, 1, 7, 1. And then there's some other ones that like have already been pretty clearly defined in my mind at this point. There's this one that everyone knows. C major, C to E flat. There's C to A flat, C, B flat, C, the one I did that Claire said was spicy, C to D flat, there's this, C to F sharp. This should be weird. It has this same sort of feeling. I almost don't like how close they feel. The first one, yeah, that's why I said, also welcome Mr. Zins. That's why I said everyone knows the movement of a major chord to a major chord that's up a minor third. And especially if we go back. And so if you just do that, okay, so you can go through, now there are other ones we didn't do. I went to D minor, but I didn't go C to D major, C to E major, and like compare it, ones that seem similar. I didn't do C to F minor, although this one is, everyone kind of knows this one. And so adding that D didn't change all that much. Without wanting to know the trick, I want to know all the tricks behind it. That's like part of what this is. I want to know all the tricks. The thing is, you only need to know it between two chords. Because if you were to go here, and you already know what this sound is, and you also know what this sound is, you can like put those together to give you this set of three chords. And maybe you think Thriller. There are so many possibilities, but it's finite. And it's like, I feel like it's finite enough where if you just pick one starting point, because you're gonna have to do it with minor chords, so you'll have to do like C minor too. And do all those combinations. But it's not that, like, it's not that many combinations. It's a good amount. But it's not, I mean, we could almost think about it. If we just think major and minor, there are 11 possibilities of starting from this chord there's 11 possible major chords we can go to after this. And technically 12 minor chords, because we so that's 23 chords. And if we do the same starting with C minor, there's 23 more chords. There's almost actually like, well, we'll just give you, there's 23 more. So there's 46 like fundamental places you can go from one chord to the next. That's not that many. Again, you can always add these notes on it, and it's gonna, like, it'll make a difference. And that'll require a different type of work. But that's still essentially this. What's up, Panic? Nice to see you again. Like, if we just go between this is still like a 1 chord and a 4 chord, both major. But at least knowing these chord triads. Like, I feel like that'd be a good thing to recognize instantly. Then you have to add in inversions, which I kind of did. That triples all your possibilities. Then if you add more upper notes into it, it doubles your possibilities. Each extra note you add onto the chord doubles the possibilities. But I feel like they're more similar than they are different. And so it seems like it'd be more manageable. Also, I foresee running into things like you start to, what would be nice is you start to see how different chords are actually really similar to each other. Sometimes the chords are exactly the same. The notes are just arranged differently. So if I were to do this, I was not planning on doing this right away on stream, but it's too late now. If I were to do this, C major, and then you add the 6th above it, this is C major 6th. But if you just arrange these notes in thirds, it's A minor 7. So this is the same chord, just in a different inversion. And if you were to just add an F into this, well, let's do it like this. If you were to just add an F into this is F major 9. So it's like, wow, okay, C major is also really close to A minor, which is also really close to F major. And I would like to have as much overlap as possible happening. So that if this were to happen, does this sound like anything? This wasn't one of the combinations we did before. It wasn't an exact thing. It wasn't C major to anything. But this is, again, the Lord of the Rings. So if you're in the middle of some progression, but this is what I mean. You recognize this part of it automatically, and you recognize that part automatically, and then you recognize the other part automatically, and everything gets linked together because there really is an actual infinite number of chord progressions, because you can always just add another chord onto it. There are a limited number of movements from one chord to the next. It's just such a high number that it almost might as well be. It's seemingly infinite. Well, this is actually essentially the same thing as the Lord of the Rings thing. And then this. No, that doesn't sound as good as... It's actually the same thing, but just not... I don't know. We'll see what happens. But it was just something I was thinking about. The other day on stream, I just couldn't automatically hear one chord to the next. Some of you were there, and I just paused because I was in the middle of improvising something, and I didn't like the fact that I paused there. And so it was like, oh, if I just knew what that was, I didn't need to know what the whole progression was. It was just from one step at a time, one chord to the next. It ended up being that. Whoops. Perform the song. No, thank you. Play this music now. Like, what? Perform this song. There is also that stuff too. Like the number of times Bohemian Rhapsody gets people tell me to play Bohemian Rhapsody. It's just like, God damn it. Play Bohemian Rhapsody now. You know what? You know what? There will be many other nights like this, and I'll be standing here with someone new. There will be other songs to sing, another fall, another spring, but there will never be another you. There will be other lips that I may kiss, but they won't thrill me like yours used to do. I may dream a million dreams, but how can they come true if there will never ever be another you? Yes, I may dream a million dreams, but how can they come true if there will never ever be another you? I don't think Necros is insulting. I know it. I know what he means. It's like the songs are always like 99% of the time the songs are always like really safe. Like safe songs to ask for. Like Bohemian Rhapsody is a great song, but how do you put it? Man, it just gets asked for a lot. And it's like really common. I don't know. I know the feel, like it may be difficult to articulate, but there's something, yeah, there seems something something off. Lady Ambrosius, hello. And what's up, Mikey? Sounds thumps tonight? I'm not sure I understand. Why are there no thumps? What? Am I missing something? What's happening here? The banging and crashing. Oh. Yeah, okay. So this is how twitched out my brain is. When I hear thumps, the first thing I thought was like Bible thumbs. Like why wouldn't we have a Bible thump emote today? Also tonight there's no way to ever know for sure. Lemon curd. For me, the more overplayed something is, the less I want to hear it. So I can, yeah, I tend to be. It's weird because I feel like everyone's like that, but at the same time, people tend to request. There's also the sense of like, oh, people like what they're used to and request what they like and have heard a bunch. It's like both those things can't really be true, unless part of that. Those two things, one of those two needs to be modified for that to be true. Like something needs to be specified further. Yeah, we can try to enjoy it while the piece is still here. Yeah. I don't know. Overplay is personal, yeah, because we all don't have the same. For one, our definitions of overplayed are going to be different. And then even if they were the same, the amount of times we've heard things is going to be, it's going to change from person to person. But there is also that, there is a pattern to be seen. There's some pattern there. So, and this is a problem I think that happens, that just because something maybe isn't articulated completely properly, it doesn't mean that the sort of like core idea isn't right or that there's nothing to it. I think it's a huge problem. Just, I was talking about this, I think last week, where so many problems seem to stem not from people sort of being wrong about what they believe. It's more like they don't even maybe necessarily know how to articulate or explain that, what their intuition is telling them. Because you're being told something like abstract, and then you have to put it into words. And so we do our best to put it into words. Even my attempt to explain the idea of attempting to explain things is an example of itself. So there is something there, where it's also like you can sort of like list out the patterns. There's something like the only time people shout stuff out and demand you play something, or just don't even ask, or something like that, is when it's a really popular song. Which is actually kind of weird on its own, because those would be the ones that you'd find the most places and have heard the most. So I feel like it's something you'd least likely need or want to demand of a person. Hopefully that made sense. Something happened here. I don't even know how I messed this up. I don't know what happened. Well, that's the thing. Like no one says that specifically, but there is oftentimes that idea that like it's the same four chords. And again, there's something to it. It's that same like because it's not even so much the harmony, because we can't, not all 1, 5, 6, 4 progressions are created equal. There's all sorts of things. For one, it's how we can distinguish between two different songs. No one's hearing two songs that are in the same key with the same progression and going like, I just have no idea which one's which. My brain's only processing the harmonic changes. Like, that's just not what happens. So there are things that are different. In fact, everything else is potentially different. Even things that are as big as like the words, the tempo, the voicings of those chords. Do the voicings even change throughout it? The dynamics, articulation, everything else is going to tend to be different. The probability is higher that you know the popular songs, yeah. And yeah, I wonder if people do that, where they just go from like stream to stream until someone plays Bohemian Rhapsody, for example. What's up, Cinnamon Oats? My most hated pieces? I don't have I was kind of thinking about that because I saw someone else ask that. I was watching a new video, a new interview with June Lee and Jacob Collier. They did on Instagram, and someone asked them, "What's your most?" It was like, "What's your most hated song?" or something like that. And I thought to myself, I was like, "Wow, it's not something I've ever thought of. I don't even know if I care to think about it. It would be the answer wouldn't even be real. It would be forced." Um, Cavatina. Some people have asked if I know it, but it's not too popular. Most of the time, people aren't. They may see the guitar. I, okay, so I'm gonna sort of change it. They see the guitar, especially if I'm playing something in E minor, and ask for the Last of Us theme. And again, I have nothing against that, but no, these are not the same. Like, I just don't want to do this, but frustratingly challenging. Oh yeah, a bunch of music. Most pieces, I feel like when you first start with them. But there's this weird thing that happens, although it's not really weird, but the people who seem to know the most and like have the most experience tend to do those things the least. They tend to talk the least. They demand they're like the most understanding. They're the least likely to demand. They're the least likely to criticize. They're the least likely to grab for attention. They're just the least likely to do all the annoying things. And you can tell right off the bat how someone's like, I almost wish it wasn't this way, but it kind of is. Where you can tell pretty early on from even just like a couple messages sometimes on Twitch where the person sort of is, maybe you could say at least in their like musical journey. Yeah, it's and it seems to follow the no, not specifically a narcissist, both sort of technically and not technically. Because for sure you can't diagnose someone as a narcissist even with a bunch of information in Twitch chat. But it follows wait, did I say Dunning-Kruger? Because that's what I was gonna say. It follows that curve where you can get a pretty good idea of where someone is along that curve based on their comments in chat. And it doesn't completely fit the curve. It's more like, okay, so the curve goes something like this. It's actually more when it comes to comments, it looks something more like this and doesn't go back up. So the people who just don't know, they just don't know, they don't say anything. And as someone starts to know something, they say a whole bunch. And as the person knows more and has more experience, they just say less. It doesn't end up going back up. So there, it does depart from there. Yeah, I mean, you could say like the tendencies, but it's I think my impression is that it's more this sort of expertise and attention grabbing thing more so than I don't know, some of the other things that are involved with narcissism. There's no like it's like at least I don't get all the traits from that. A closer thing to that would probably be trolls, who a specific type, those who just who who don't go away, or the people who are like really argumentative. They would maybe show more signs of that. But again, I'm not a psychologist, so. So what you're saying I used to play, and so you met a group of friends who were with the Royal Northern College in Manchester, playing with the Haley? You put down your guitar and learned sound engineering instead. I mean, I guess you could still always... There is the possibility of playing again, but it seems like you enjoy the sound engineering stuff. Or maybe it feels like where you fit better. Represent true expertise. I mean, some of them kind of do, because those are different groups of people, but they do get sort of treated the same. They do get treated the same, and that's something to be careful of no matter who you're talking to, even if they are experts. It is that also there's different types of things you can say. You can make factual statements, you can just present your opinions. There's all sorts of things an expert can talk about, and there's ways they can do it. And there's different times they can do these things. I have a feeling all those people you listed, if they were in a science stream or a music stream or something like that, would probably do very little actuallying and demanding and attention-grabbing stuff. That's just a hunch. That's just... I get that. That's... If I had to bet, that's what I would bet on. That all those people you mentioned... You may not even know if you didn't know them. Let's say they just have a name on Twitch that doesn't let you know who they actually are. You might not even know the person's a musician or something. Yeah, I remember at a guitar festival at the New England Conservatory. The opening reception was held outside. And so there's a bunch of dudes with guitars. And this person comes up and was like, hey, what's going on here? Also, that quote, there's a reason for that. Just don't worry about that quote. And this dude comes up and is like, oh, you guys play guitar? Like, and he says this to someone, and it's like, yeah, we play guitar. We have a guitar festival going on this week. And the guy's like, yeah, I play guitar. I play keyboard too. I'm a producer. I do all sorts of music. And he's just going off. He's just going on and on. And the person he was talking to was Elliot Fisk. And Elliot's only, like, response to him or something was like, I play guitar. Because, like, he asked him if he played guitar, and he was like, yeah, I play guitar. That was it. And the rest of the time, he just listened to this guy talk about himself. And I feel like that's sometimes a good example of what happens on Twitch. Where, you know, Elliot felt no need, I'm sure, to be like, oh, well, I've done this, and I teach here, and I do that, and it's like, he's just like, yeah, I play guitar. And just listen to the guy. So there is this sort of awareness factor. And I feel like that's one of the things, there's very different people. Someone asked about the stream the other day. They're like, what's your audience like? And I was like, for one, I don't even think about it like really as an audience, you guys. But I was like, man, they come from like, there's all different backgrounds, age, location, musical experience. But it seems like one of the things, the people that tend to stick around, one of the things tends to be awareness. That seems to be an underlying thing for most people who stick around in this stream. Is that you all seem to be aware of each other and aware of yourselves and aware of what's going on. I don't know. That may not be the case. I'm curious what you think about that, but that was something I was thinking. And that there are people sometimes who aren't, and I feel like it's really noticeable. Not aware because you be lurking all the time? It seems like you lurk a bunch. But the lurking is always appreciated. No. I don't know if I'm saying that right. All right, I'm gonna play this piece of music. Wait a second. Wait, I should just do that. Hold on. Oh, this is a photocopy. No, it's not. That's a number they put. Tilted Dragon, I often do the same thing. The majority of my time spent on Twitch is spent lurking. Yeah, that's... Andrew, what's up? I haven't seen you around here in a while, although I appreciate the messages in Discord. Thank you for the 22-month resub. Hopefully things are going well. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. didn't do the change though. I want. Wait a second. They said to do this, but you can actually just do the same thing like this. I don't know why I never realized this. It's nice to see you too, Andrew, because I haven't seen you, not just here, but other places on Twitch either. Okay, third time's the charm. Wow, it really is just thirds sounding off. Panda, what's up? Thanks for the host. Also, Wolfric, nice to see you. Yeah, it's a million times better. Oh, here we go. It's no longer a thump-free stream. It lasted an hour and 13 minutes. I never use the fingering they have here, and I don't want to. I'm just a rebel. That's exactly why. Hello, Sunny. Also, there's one other thing here. That I should do. If we go, you could. They're both fine. Okay. So those were a bunch of pavans by Luis Milan. Now I'm going to jump to something totally different. Let's see how my drinking has improved. Okay. Yeah, I'm gaining back the function of my the left side of my lower lip. Cool. by Leo Brower, but I get an Andrew York vibe from it. Did you miss me going to the dentist? You did, yeah, I went earlier today. So at the start of the stream, this part of my face was still a little numb. Yes, that one. I'll play the Andrew York pieces, and I'll let you compare them. Trekhead Fred, like Star Trek, like a Trekkie, Trekhead, like a deadhead. Thank you, and welcome to the stream, and thank you for the follow. People who liked that song also liked fellow guitar player. What kind of stuff do you do? Do you also hold your guitar at a weird angle like I do? The most pretentious of angles. Oh, Lord of Chaos knows what's coming. thanks, Nightbot. What precise angle is the most pretentious? I believe it's just the steeper the angle. So then when you get the, like, cello type thing going on, that's just like, it's like, person really thinks they're better. That's not true. Or is it? And Fred says, the usual boring rock blues, anything and anywhere your head goes. I mean, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. Because you could do like this one too. My Andrew York impression would be this. I mean, I basically just tried to close my eyes and move my head and angle it up and then also show my thumb above the neck. That was just like, that's what my Andrew York impression consists of. Eyebrow and forehead action, little smile action. I do the same thing there, but I feel like I shouldn't. There's a temptation to cut the notes short because it's syncopated, but I always try to stop myself from doing it. But I don't want to do that. I want it to be as flowing as possible. Also, this is very much a head shaking moment. So I try to accent those things, but just not accent it by cutting the note short. Also, what is he wearing on his feet? I think this is pre-Crocs, so I don't think that's what it can be. I don't know what he's wearing. He's not wearing socks. Andrew York's always wearing goofy stuff. And you get yelled at for your thumb? Yeah, the overall, it's like not ideal. He's not using it to hold anything down here. But I think his hand's just like big. And so he can get away with just having it higher up sometimes. And another Andrew York piece, and then we'll go on to something else. But for now, I feel like it'd be fun to do a guitar impression game, guessing game. You try to imitate people's styles. Be pretty nerdy, but whatever. They are lemon curd. They are. And they're probably in part because they're somewhat typical of like modern, like contemporary sort of like pop music in a certain way, like um and the other new agey, yeah, exactly. A lot. That's what like so much of this stuff is, and that's why you can sort of get like a bad rap a little bit, which I'm not a fan of. Because I think there's a place for it, and there are much more sort of advanced and complicated things that I would prefer to listen to less than a lot of Andrew York stuff, and just simpler things in general. And it just gets back to something that we talk about on the stream all the time, is that difficulty and complication in and of itself does not equate to better music. It's just not. It's cool if the two can align like that. That's always cool. But it has to be secondary. It has to be secondary. Like we were talking about Jacob Collier earlier. That stuff's complex, but like, holy shit, it works. Again, very simple, but very nice. That was some Spanish piano music. From the turn of the 20th century. Also, my favorite part of the stream always. Speaking of the noises upstairs, if you would like to stop those noises from existing, or at least existing on stream, you can help in both ways, both financially and non-financially related. If you are able to subscribe, donate, or cheer, that would help. Also, if you haven't already followed, make sure to do that. Just watching the stream helps. Lurking, chatting, saying hi and bye. Following on all those places that just popped into the chat. Liking, sharing, commenting, all that stuff helps. In fact, the free stuff is probably what will lead to actually more sustainable support in the long run. Yeah, moderating actually also helps. Sharing the stream, people who you might think like. Exactly, all those things counts it. Any and all of those things would be greatly appreciated. It'll all go towards the removing the thumps. Remove the Thump Foundation. What's up, Alambradas? How are you doing? Sugar instrumental? No thanks. I'm not even sure what that is. Just play an instrumental. Take them out when it comes to song. Oh! I see what you mean. Introduce the like where to put them in songs and not have them. I think I could help with that. Just DM me here or Discord or something like that, and we can talk more about it. Oh, someone was asking earlier about a song that's music that's challenging or something like that. Like, there certainly can be parts of songs that are a pain in the butt, and this one is deceptive, and that there's a lot of things that are a pain in the butt. This song is slow and calm and leaves you very exposed. And to play it properly, it requires a whole bunch of control and dexterity. This one in particular, going from, well, not that, but going from here you have to get your fingers in the right spots. Quickly and smoothly enough so that there's no gaps. And also make sure they're clearing the strings behind them. So for example, this note needs to be played. But if this finger is not at enough of an angle, it stops the string from ringing. And if the fingers aren't in the right places, like on the tips of them, especially this finger, I've talked about this before, it has to be in very specific spots to make some of this stuff work. So, shall we give it a shot? So this one I got it in the right spot, but as I went like this, the pressure was removed from the string. And so it cut the note off. Yeah, this is one, if I'm not on the tip of this finger enough, there's no way it's gonna clear. I need to readjust here. I was trying to see what I could get away with. Yeah, damn, in less than 2 months, basically like a month. It'll be 3 years. I want to get this before I move on. Hello, May. What's up? Also, I'm just remembering now that I forgot to respond to someone's question about strings. I feel like I should change them every few weeks, but I feel like it's closer to 4 or 5 weeks that I actually go. I was mentioning this last stream that it's like the same thing with my hair. I should cut it every couple weeks, but I always let it get too long. And then whenever I cut my hair or change the strings, I'm like, why didn't I do this sooner? Hola, Fer. Also, there is something else. Where was it? About letting, I guess the classical style answer to wall of sound, never letting the strings go dead. It's not that you want them to just be held for as long as they need to be held. So in this piece, for example, it's like quite extreme. Like everything is, you want things really just as ringing as much as possible. Which is part of what'll make this difficult too, because although it's slow, the time you have to, any time where your finger's not placed somewhere is silence. So I may do this, like, but what happened was, and it got cut off. Boom, dum, dum. So if you notice, then I tried to stretch out so that, so that's the only amount of time that would be without the string getting, without having anything not ring. Hello, bud. That's right, this is Barrios. Although it actually goes. And the most important times are between this top voice, because the other ones almost should get cut off once the harmony changes. Barrios is your favorite? Yeah, he was special. He was special. You can do another Barrios thing while we're at it. Sonny, thank you for the donation. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate the support. What's up, Og? Yes, it is quite melancholic. That Alhambra feel, yeah. But it's probably the tremolo that's. Bud, thank you for gifting a sub. It went to my cousin. I do appreciate it. Any and all support to help a struggling musician do their thing. Try to well, I try. I mean, everything is essentially free. There's no paywalls for anything, whether it's watching VODs, although there are no VODs anymore. They're on YouTube. But even when they were on Twitch, it wasn't subscriber only. There's no subscriber only requests, anything like that. Oh, Cactus suggested? Nice. Yeah. Cactus is a homie. Been around for a while now. On the grind. I agree. I think this instrument is quite special. It has things that it does well. It has other things that it doesn't quite do well. I think it does melancholy very well. It's probably the best. Hello, Vol. I noticed you. I didn't see you around earlier. Yes, intimate, small. It's just. And there are ways to get it to do more, but I feel like nothing does that quite as well as the guitar. Where you don't even need many notes. Like if you were to play the exact same notes on the piano, it wouldn't have the same effect. There's just sort of, I don't know, something to like. Even on the harp, I would. Been busy? That's okay. Hopefully it's a good type of busy. You know, this piece is supposed to be this is a piece that where melancholy definitely feels like a good way to describe it, or melancholic. Weird. TM, thank you for the 300 bits. Sent off to the client. Nice. For tonight, thank you for the conversation, patience, and particularly the playing. See you again. Salut. Take care, lemon curd. Oh, we were talking about Andrew York earlier. I almost played Home, like played a video of it. That'd be another piece that'd be nice to learn. And Zelda's Lullaby. Zelda's Lullaby would work really well. I mean, for the... needs to be more in there. Simple Pete, thank you for the raid. Nice to see you. Thank you for bringing everyone over. How was the stream? What were you doing? Sika's recently had somebody play it. Wait, play Zelda's Lullaby or Home? Because I get recommended all their videos, so, but I feel like I haven't seen either of those. Joel, nice to see you as well. Zelda's Lullaby. I'm gonna have to check that out. I don't know why it didn't show up. Some guitar and singing, and then played some World War III. Wait, what's World War III? Wait, should I know what that is? How does this feel right? Is it just a matter of voicing? Something seems off. Wait a second. Because I'm not... Yeah, something's off. So how would that... Maybe if we... I do not take requests, but I appreciate you asking. Most people just yell. Most people just yell the request. It's not even a request. It's more like a demand. It'd probably be better if I wasn't tuned down to D. Certainly if I'm trying to do it on the spot. What's up, Ajax? Please help me get out of here. Please. There's only so, thanks, Drago. Seriously, that bang made me jump. My heart rate is literally still elevated. Neighbors? No. The rest of my family. Let's see how quickly I can do this. I live with my parents and my younger brother. I don't make enough to support myself, which is why, despite the fact that it makes me incredibly uncomfortable, it's why I ask people multiple times to stream if they're able to help support. And that works both in financial ways and non-financial. I understand that not everyone's in a position to be able to support financially, which is why I throw in this stuff like, if you just watch the stream, if you follow here, other places, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, stuff like that, interact, to get more eyes on the stream so that we can get people in here who would be able to support financially. It's always only going to be a fraction of people who are able to do it. So, but that's why I ask. I promise it's not because I promise it's not because I just want more and more and more. Despite that person last week who was like, I can't believe you guys giving money to the stream who probably makes more than all of you or something like that. And I was like, dude, who do you think I am? XQC? Simple Pete, thank you for the 5 gift subs. And Bud, thank you for another gift sub. I appreciate it. I'm gonna need all the help. Oh, that's gonna start a hype train, I believe. Fair, thank you for the 100 bits. Again, I hate asking, but Thanks, bud. And Joel, thank you. Oh, Joel, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Also, you'd probably like this. I said this at the beginning of the stream. Yesterday, I ordered the Songs of Jacob Collier songbook that him and June Lee did. I'm not sure when it's gonna come in, because there's no like estimated delivery time. So I'm gonna study that thing like it's a college textbook. You're still providing for an audience, Beyonce. Yeah, and I try villains. Let me give myself a little more credit. I do, and I have been. I have been putting in everything I can, regardless of what comes back in return. And so the hope is that if I do it and sort of hold out long enough, eventually we'll get to a point where there's enough support where it's sustainable. But right now the pressure just gets put on just a few people in chat, and that's not fair to them either. It's also just not reasonable. It's also not a nice thing. Like, even if there's someone who's like, I'll be your patron and pay you, I'd still be like, what if you just like don't? Then what would I do? Like, Bud, thank you for the 200 bits. Fair, thank you for gifting this up to Ajax and Vol. Thank you for gifting 5 subs. Vol comes at alert for this. And Casey, thank you for 101 bits. And again, if for those of you who aren't able to do that, I'm telling you, it could potentially, you could argue that it's almost more supportive to just like interact with, share, like, comment on all those things. Like, comment, subscribe, make sure to hit the notification bell, all that stuff. There's a reason people say it. Because if we could get it's sort of like teach a man to fish type thing, but that's where it's like someone can just drop a huge donation, but that's not sustainable. That's just one thing. It'd be nice to get the rate of potential support increasing, and that'll only come from more eyes on the stream. And as far as I can tell, that'll only come from more eyes on other stuff, like on other platforms. And now, how do you get the eyes on those? I'm not really sure. Not really sure. I'm trying while still like being me and doing what I think is unique and valuable and all that. So and for those that have been supporting, not just for this hype train in the past few minutes, but just in general, I appreciate it. Welcome, Bach, Henrik. So, speaking of video game music, for the chill train. Bud, thank you for you had gifted out subs. And you weren't subscribed yourself, which is generous of you. Usually it's the other way around, but I thank you for the subscription. For medium experienced guitarists who want to change to classical guitar. That was beautiful. Thank you. And thank you everyone who contributed to the hype train. And if you couldn't, still thank you for being here, because if you're hearing me, you're here. And that's helping support the stream too. I mean, think about it like this. If you look at the number of subscribers, a lot of those are gifted. But if everyone who is just like, who is subscribed just watched the stream, that would be like, that would boost up the visibility and bring in more people and stuff like that. There's obvious reasons why that's not the case. You know, why every person who's subscribed isn't always watching the stream every day, all the time. It's like, that's ridiculous. But you know what I mean. I think you know what I mean. But think about how big of a change that would make. Medium experienced guitarists who want to change to classical guitar. One is always, I always recommend finding a teacher who does the thing that you'd like to learn about. So in this case, classical guitar. And it depends on what style you're coming from, I guess, and what your goals are. Like, do you want to just play classical guitar, or like in a certain sense, do you want to like become a classical guitarist? Because that'll kind of change stuff. Because that's different than going, there's some things I'd like to get some influence from the classical guitar world. Something like that. Those are two different things. Like, one of them, I would say, if you were like, I want to be a classical guitarist, I'd be like, you got to grow your nails out. Technically, you don't have to. You don't have to do anything, but like, you kind of do. You should. And you'll get a different sound, but so the sound is different. I can show you the kind of the difference. This is the sound of flesh. And here's the thing with the nails is there are some not subjective things. The nails will produce a louder sound, a rounder sound, and also more variety of tonal colors. So, but they're a pain in the ass to deal with. So. Alright, why don't I just actually do that? So this has been on my mind, and maybe I can try some of these. They're still sketchy, but perhaps we can try some of the Dowland songs. Dowland, you did. You heard it, Pete. You want to get some impressions? Yeah, then I'd say you could. That was that was kind of how I approached jazz. It was like I didn't have a desire to be a jazz guitarist. And I still don't. I just don't. Obviously, in an ideal world, if I could just like instantly, without putting in any time or effort, gain the skills of the most expert jazz guitarist, I would, but that's not realistic. So it was like I just wanted to get some taste of this other world of music, because there's more to music than just classical, and there's more to music than just jazz, and there's more to music than just any one thing. And in my personal experience, the more, there's always going to be some cost to how you arrange your priorities and how you spend your time. But for me, it has been beneficial to explore lots of different stuff and not just be like, I only do classical things. Oh, and that worked out quite well, Pete. That worked out quite well. Let's do this. I'm gonna do my best. Again, this is these are still works in progress, but I shall try. She excuse my wrongs with virtue's cloak. Shall I call her good when she proves unkind? Are those clear fires which vanish into smoke? Must I praise the leaves where no fruit I find? No, where shadows do for bodies stand, thou mayst be abused if thy sight be dim. Cold love is like to words written on sand, or to bubbles which on the water swim. Wilt thou be thus abused still, seeing that she will right thee never? If thou canst not o'ercome her, will thy love be thus fruitless ever? Wilt thou be thus abused still, seeing that she will right thee never? If thou canst not o'ercome her, will thy love be thus fruitless ever? Was I so base that I might not aspire unto those high joys which she holds from me? As they are high, so high is my desire. If she this deny, what can granted be? If she will yield to that which reason is, it is reason's will that love should be just. Dear, make me happy still by granting this.
of delays, if that I die must. Better 1,000 times to die than for to live thus still tormented, dear. But remember, it was I who for the sake did die contented. Better 1,000 times to die than for to live thus still tormented, dear. But remember, it was I who for the sake did die contented.
Lord Lycon, thank you for that 10-month resub. What's up? Hello, Mary. I was just doing some stuff by John Dowland. It's still pretty sketchy. But I thought it could be fun. Alright, loot tuning time. I wrote out all the words. It's so small to get it to fit in. Oh my gosh.
Once fled may not return. While I live, I needs must love. Love lives not when hope is gone. Now at last despair doth prove. Love divided loveth none. Sad despair doth drive me hence. This despair unkindness sends. If that parting be offense, it is she which then offends. Sad despair doth drive me hence. This despair unkindness sends. If that parting be offense, it is she which then offends. Dear, when I am from thee gone are all my joys at once. I loved thee and thee alone, in whose love I joyed once. And although your sight I leave, sight wherein my joys do lie, till that death do sense bereave, never shall affection die. Sad despair unkindness sends. If that parting be offense, it is she which then offends. Dear, if I do not return, love and I shall die together, for my absence never mourn, whom you might have joyed ever. Part we must, though now I die I do to part with you. This despair doth cause to lie, who both lived and dieth none. Sad despair doth drive me hence, this despair unkindness sends. If that parting be offense, it is she which then offends. Sad despair doth drive me hence, this despair unkindness sends. If that parting be offense, it is she which then offends. I don't think I got this right once. If that parting be offense, 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 it is she which then offends. All right, Pete and Panic, take care. Good night. Thank you for hanging out. Pete, thank you for the raid and for the gift subs as well. Also, Mikey, thank you for the gifted sub to Yasmin. This also. This is just the guitar part. Yeah. Sad despair doth drive me hence, this despair unkindness sends. If that parting be
people realize how how difficult this is. I'm trying to read a guitar part and a vocal part at the same time, also in an alternate tuning.
Come again, sweet love doth now invite. Thy grace is that refrain to do me do delight, to see, to hear, to touch, to kiss, to die with thee again in sweetest sympathy, to see, to hear, to touch, to kiss, to die with thee again in sweetest sympathy. Come again, that I may cease to mourn through thy unkind disdain, for now and forlorn. I sit, I sigh, I weep, I faint, I die in deadly pain and endless misery. I sit, I sigh, I weep, I faint, I die in deadly pain and endless misery. All the day the sun that lends me shine, by frowns thou do cause me pine, and feeds me with delay. Her smiles, my springs, that makes my joy to grow. Her frowns, the winters of my joy. The opposite. Her frowns, the frowns, the winters of my woes. Her smiles, my springs, that makes my joys to grow. Her frowns, the winters of my woes.
There are 3 more verses, but I'm not gonna do them. I don't know how people are feeling about this. Maybe I can try to do this. Usually when you don't get a response, it's a bad thing.
Lend your ears to my sorrow. Good people that have any pity tell forth my grief, which here in sad despair can find no ease of torment. Chant then my voice, though rune-like, to my rhyming, and tell forth my grief, which here in sad despair can find no ease. That's not right. Sad despair can find no ease. Fuck. Sad despair can find no ease of tormenting. Lend your ears to my sorrow. Good people that have any pity, lend your ears to my sorrow. Good people that have any pity. So when do we start doing this? I'll look at the I'll look back at the stats and see what happened when I did this. But I can usually get a good idea of things. Passer, hello.
you to those who did. Appreciate that. Again, I really can't. It's really difficult to describe how difficult that is. I'm not sure. That's good. Fair. Yeah, it still feels a little strange over here, but it's not actually affecting my lip. That's probably just some soreness from the needle. Also, the last song I sang was not ironic, but I'm curious as to who was paying attention to the words. What should I do now? I could do some more singing stuff, but like pop songs or more guitar stuff. I don't know if anybody has any preferences. When it's relatively new, you can just focus on one thing, the melody of the lyrics. Yeah, it's a lot to it's a lot to do. Also, it wasn't quite smooth. Yeah, all of this stuff is either about love or some. It's either something tragic or it's about love, or both. What's up, Dimples? Okay, let me see, because there's man, some of these suspensions are about as like painful musically as it's gonna get. Let's see if I can do this again. Again, I'm trying to read the words, the pitches that go along with the words, and the guitar part, and the guitar part has an alternate tuning going on. And the pitches aren't actually the correct pitches. It's like it says to start, it's transposed for me because it assumes I have a capo. It assumes I have a capo on the 3rd fret. And it sort of goes according to that. So what it tells you is that the vocal line as you'd hear it. So it starts with an A.
Lend your ears to my sorrow.
But this is actually in F sharp, so that's an A minor. But the guitar part is actually written in F sharp minor. So when I see an A, I have to sing in F sharp.
Lend your ears to my sorrow.
And so that makes it even more confusing. And even if I had a capo on here and I was doing the same thing, it would look like this. But I'm still looking and seeing like F sharp, what looks like F sharp minor. Well, this new F sharp minor with an alternate tuning and an A above it. But that A is supposed to be the root of this chord. What's up, Cal? Ashura Gray, thank you for the raid. Oh geez, should I try to do this now? This may not be the best thing. This may not be the best introduction. Maybe it will be. Maybe it's a perfect introduction. Okay, I'll do this quickly. I'm going to try to play a piece of music. I just got this, so I've only looked at it a few times. I'm going to try to read the words, read the notes of the melody, read the guitar part. The guitar part is also in a different tuning, and the vocal part needs to be transposed at the same time.
Lend your ears to my sorrow. Then my voice, though rude like to my rhyming, and tell forth my grief, which here inside despair can find no ease of tormenting.
If anyone stuck through that as their first thing experiencing the stream, then for one, I applaud you. Two, I thank you. What's up, Nick? See, now I just want to practice this, but I don't think it's good content. I hate streaming sometimes.
Chant then my voice, though rude like to my rhyming, and tell forth my grief, which here inside despair can find no ease of tormenting. Chant then my voice, though rude like to my rhyme.
Wait, what did I do here? Oh.
Rude like to rude like to my rhyming, and tell forth my grief, which here inside despair can find no ease of tormenting. Lend your ears to my sorrow, good people that have sad despair can find no ease of tormenting chant. Then my voice, though rude, like to my rhyming, and tell forth my grief, which here in sad despair can find no ease of tormenting. How did you get the thing to not be a face? I'm not sure I know you. There's some alternate, if you mean like the emojis, well, the emoji-like emotes, you can change it in your settings to either be a monkey face or the sort of Twitch style. Also, what's up, Jace? Nice to see you again. Your high school would do madrigal performances. I've heard madrigal, like, well, like 4-voice arrangements like that for some of these pieces that I played. So it's like Christmas to hear depressing medieval music, yeah.
I'm just seeing how far I can push it right now. I could try something that's actually probably more difficult, but I could try this. I've mentioned Fantasias before. I played one actually to start out the stream. This one is also by Dowland. The other one was not. This one's a little more complicated. I'm going to try to do it way slower than it should be. Again, it's something I'm going to have to relearn, but this is going to be sketchy. This has all been sketchy stuff for like the past 45 minutes, but I don't know. too much. Except it's supposed to be like. Alright, I'm not gonna do that. So I know it hasn't been too long, right? It's been 3.5 hours, but I didn't really eat anything today because I like couldn't use my mouth for most of the day. So it may be a good idea to stop and actually eat food. You weren't here for most of the stream? Yeah, you had to take a phone call. I mean, I'll be back tomorrow anyway. Okay. Right. I have a missed call and a voicemail from someone who I probably haven't talked to or seen in 4 years? 5 years? All right. I probably have an idea. Someone, a friend of mine from high school. For some reason, I feel like I know how the voicemail's gonna go. He's a ridiculous person. I have a feeling the voicemail's gonna be ridiculous. Probably be something along the line of like, what are you doing? Where are you right now? Why is your ass not like such and such a place where he is? It's gonna be something like that. I have a feeling it's gonna be like. Bon, thank you for the 2-month resub. I appreciate the support. And I'm not sure if I'm saying this right. Like Passere or maybe Passer. Thank you for the subscription with Prime Gaming, formerly known as Twitch Prime. And I think you stuck around from that raid. And if you were, I mean, I think you were at least here from when I was just hacking through some songs. So I appreciate you giving me a chance. Oh, it is Passere, like Passere. Are you Italian? I don't even know. I don't know Italian, but that's what pops into my mind. That's what my brain's trying to do with it. Oh, she played one of my songs. I was wondering why I got 4 follows offline yesterday. It's from Latin. Okay. Yeah, close enough. Claire was actually in here at the very beginning of the stream. Well, actually, some of the songs you heard me do then, I feel like are, well, John Dowland came first, but they're like, the song you heard her do of mine, I feel like that's a, my rendition of, these Dowland pieces. I feel like they got the same vibes to them. Mine's just a modern version of this. It's one of these Dowland pieces, but just 450 years in the 450 years later. So let me do this. I'll be back tomorrow anyway. At a time when that's relatively EU friendly. So, and then I'll be back Friday. And then Sunday. And then Monday. And then Wednesday again. And then Thursday again. And Friday. And Sunday. When is Christmas? Oh. It's not even on a day when I stream. So, yeah. I won't even be affected by it. I will be affected by New Year's. Definitely no stream that Friday. So let's do the ending song. Wait, what did, so I know Chris, 360 Chrism. What did he do with Autopilot? I have, I've consumed alcoholic beverages in a few hotel rooms with him. Oh, for Elgato. Okay, I see. I see. You feel a tangent coming? Well, I don't know if I can. It's not a. Nah. I mean, the story isn't. It's not much more than that. But that's cool. It's always nice to see that overlap. I've there's some other, you know who some of you may know, Tammy Black Media. I've hung out with her at a few different was it 2 different GDQs? I can't remember anymore. Was it just the last one? Sort of she goes to those, I feel like, through Ryukar. Indie. So there's some overlap. All right, let's do this. I'm so hungry. Thank you all for the hearts and the claps. I'm going to find someone to raid. So just give me about 20-25 minutes while I scroll through the list of people who I'm following. You are welcome. Thank you for thanks for the support and the help. Fair. Scrolling. Lots of people streaming. Jesus. There are so many people. You're welcome, Passeri. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the subscription as well. Don't overthink it. God, there's just so many. There's just so many people. One second. When was the last time I raided ACS? Perhaps we should go there. I feel like it was a year ago. I swear the last time I raided them, they were doing a Christmas stream. So maybe we can do that. I was even kind of... I felt like it was weird that I saw them on anyway. Maybe that's why. Yeah, let's just do that. So ACS stands for a couple streams because they're a couple who stream. Travis built this microphone. They are copy the raid calls. Thank you, Fair. They are perhaps the most polished professional stream, not just in the music community, but on Twitch. I mean, I haven't seen all the streams on Twitch, so, but you'll see what I mean. And they're good, yeah, and it's just very wholesome. It reminds me of like a radio thing, where like play some songs. There's some like radio voice chatting in between. Radio voice chatting. Thank you for the subscription. Thank you. Yeah, really appreciate it. So, you know, very professional. And they raided here, I feel like a week ago too. I feel like they've raided me more times than I've raided them, but yeah. So they do requests, but you have to donate for it. The requests are open. Yeah. So again, thank you for those who have already followed and subbed and have been helping out and here and some other places on the internet. If you haven't already, it would be much appreciated, because there's stuff on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. I mean, for one, I just hope you guys like would enjoy it, especially the stuff that's on YouTube. The last two videos are like, they're each like 25-30 minutes of improvisations, but like I feel like if you how do you put it? It requires some effort almost put in, but I would hope you'd get a bigger payout for that effort. Deshinks, thank you. You're very welcome. Meaning like, you have to like give it some time, but I feel like if you do, you will be rewarded for your efforts. So, and there's an even longer one for this Saturday, and all three of them go together to make. They're all part of one continuous hour and 40-minute improvisation that I did, but it's broken up into three pretty clear chunks where there's like one main motive per each one of the 3 sections. And there's overlap. Especially in the later ones, some types of like callbacks to what was happening earlier, but not so much the other way around. But yeah. Okay, let's do a couple streams. Right. Yeah, thank you again, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope to see you then. In the meantime, let's say hey to Travis and Ali. It is sort of like a sonata. Yeah, I tried to put it into 3 movements, sort of thing. It's like a keyboard sonata, sort of. It was very much like that. Yeah, thank you everyone. Hey, Annie, thank you for the lurk, I guess. Unless I missed the message from earlier. Yeah, thank you for being here. It looks like, from what I can see in their chat, that they're playing an original. I wish you were here. That's not an original. All right. I will see you guys. You know, I lurked. Okay. I appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And yeah, let's say hey to Travis and Ali. I will see y'all later.